Look, brother, nobody ruins his life in one day. It never starts with something extreme. It starts small. A phone in the morning, a scroll before bed, a just 5 minutes. And slowly, that one habit rewires your brain. Because here's what most people don't understand. Addiction is not about the thing. It's about what it does to your mind. One level weakens you, and that weakness pulls you into the next. Until one day, you're not chasing pleasure anymore. You're just trying to feel nothing. Welcome, fellow sapien, to a journey of self-mastery and success for a person living in the modern world. Let me show you how it actually happens. And by the end of this video, drop the level you are at currently in the comments section with full honesty. It starts with the phone. Alarm rings. Eyes open, hand reaches. Before your feet even hit the ground, you've already lost control of your attention. You tell yourself, just checking something real quick. But 1 minute becomes 10, 10 becomes an hour, and now your day starts with distraction. Here's the damage most people ignore. Your brain gets trained to expect constant stimulation, fast dopamine, endless scrolling, no effort required. And because of that, real life starts feeling slow. Silence feels uncomfortable. Focus feels painful. Work feels boring. And that's where the problem begins. Because once your brain gets addicted to stimulation, it starts searching for stronger ways to feel something. And that's what pulls you into the next level. Now your brain wants comfort, not because you're hungry, because you're overstimulated and underfulfilled. So you turn to food. At first, it's harmless, a snack while watching something, a cheat meal after a long day. But slowly, food becomes your escape. You're not eating because your body needs it. You're eating because your mind wants relief. And here's the connection. Your phone addiction killed your discipline. And now your eating follows the same pattern. No control, no awareness, just impulse. You eat when you're bored. You eat when you're stressed. You eat when you feel nothing. And after it's done, you feel worse. And that feeling, that shame, that frustration needs another escape. And that's what opens the door to the next level. Now your brain is fully wired for easy dopamine. It doesn't want effort anymore. It wants instant reward. So real life starts losing its appeal. Real conversations feel slow. Real relationships feel complicated. Real effort feels exhausting. So you turn to fantasy, because fantasy gives you everything without asking anything in return. No rejection, no risk, no responsibility. But here's what it does to you. It disconnects you from reality. Your motivation drops, your focus gets blurry, your energy gets drained. And now you've trained your brain to avoid effort completely, which creates a new problem. You still want success, but you no longer have the discipline to earn it. So instead, you start looking for shortcuts. And that's where the next trap begins. Now you're not chasing pleasure anymore. You're chasing escape through a win. Because deep down, you know, you're not where you should be. So instead of building slowly, you try to fix everything instantly. Crypto, betting, quick money plays. You tell yourself, I'm not gambling, I'm investing. But your behavior says otherwise. Checking every few minutes, emotional highs and lows, chasing losses. And here's how the previous levels built this. You lost focus, you lost discipline, you lost patience. So now you want fast results without effort. That's what makes this level dangerous, because it doesn't just affect your mind, it destroys your finances. And when the losses hit, and they always do, you don't just lose money, you lose control. And now the pressure becomes too much, so you look for something that doesn't fix your life, but helps you forget it. Now it's not about winning anymore. It's about numbing. Alcohol becomes your off switch. At first, it feels like relief. You feel lighter, more confident, more relaxed. But that feeling doesn't last, because alcohol doesn't solve problems, it delays them. And now the pattern gets worse. You wake up tired, you feel worse, you escape again. And here's the truth. Everything from before led you here. Overstimulated brain, no discipline, low self-control, high stress, financial pressure. Alcohol becomes the easiest way to shut it all down. But over time, even that stops working. So naturally, your brain looks for something stronger. And that's where things get dark. This is where the spiral finishes, because when nothing else works, the man stops looking for pleasure. He starts looking for silence. And this is where he crosses a line he never thought he would. Something stronger, something faster, something that completely shuts his mind off. You've seen those people, completely gone, barely aware of themselves. That doesn't start there. Not because he wants to feel good, but because he doesn't want to feel anything at all. And here's how he got here. His attention was destroyed. His discipline disappeared. His body became weak. His mind became numb. His finances collapsed. His stress became unbearable. Step by step, he removed every layer of control from his life. So when the pressure finally became too much, he didn't look for solutions. He looked for escape. And that's the truth most people don't want to accept. No one jumps to the end directly. They slide into it, one habit at a time, one excuse at a time, one escape at a time, until one day they wake up in a life they don't recognize. And by then, getting out feels impossible. So understand this clearly, brother. This is not about addiction. This is about loss of control, and it always starts small. A scroll, a habit, a little escape that seems harmless. But every time you choose easy dopamine over discipline, you move one step down. That's why the real solution is simple. Cut it early. Fix your focus. Clean your habits. Rebuild your discipline. Because once a man stops needing escape, he starts gaining control. And control is everything.
If you're serious about this journey and want to be a better sapien, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing for more content on personal development, philosophy, and the pursuit of a meaningful life, and share it with friends who might benefit from these tips. Be sure to leave any other valuable suggestions you might have in the comments below for your fellow sapiens, and mention which of the above tip did you find the most useful. Also be sure to check out these other videos on our channel where we dive deeper into unlocking your full potential every day. Trust me, this is just the beginning. Until next time, keep striving daily towards being a better sapien.